Welcome back to the operating theatre live at Sydney's North Shore Private Hospital, where our Dr. Rick Gordon is about to start the Caesarean section on Leanne Cooper. Her baby will be born live on this program, live to air on this program in just a few minutes' time. But first, it's time for the news, and here is the birthday girl, Sharyn Ghidella. Happy birthday, Sharyn.
Oh, thank you, Trace. I must say, Leanne and Gordon have picked a good day to bring their baby into the world. It's not a bad day, the 4th of December. Thank you very much, and here is the news.
Thank you very much. We're going to cross straight back to Trace at Royal North Shore Private Hospital. Things are happening. Trace, it's all yours.
Steve, hi. I can tell you now that Rick Gordon is through. He's made his initial incision. In fact, it looks to me like he's a fair way through. Rick, I'm going to let you tell us what you're up to now.
Tracy, we're just down on the uterus now. We're just gone through all those layers. How are you coping there, Leanne? Okay. That's good.
Leanne says she can't feel a thing. I spoke with her a few minutes ago, and she literally can't feel anything, so the block is working. Are you feeling a bit of pulling or anything, Leanne?
Just a bit of pulling.
A little bit of pulling, okay. I can tell you I'm fascinated by what I'm seeing.
Well, here comes the waters, Trace.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There's a...
Wow.
Now, a little bit of pushing on your tummy, all right? This one's ready. There we go. There we go. Right there, shoulder.
Yep, sponge on the floor. Yep.
There we go. There we go. There's your baby. Look at this. You've got a little boy. Here he is.
Trace.
Say hello to the world.
Oh, look at this, Steve.
He's a boy, all right?
Trace, isn't that is just magic.
Mate.
That is just magic.
It certainly is. That is. I can tell you that moment where you see that little baby's head come through is quite astonishing. I can see what everyone's raving. Leanne, how are you?
Good. Excited.
So you've got a little boy.
Yes.
You've got one of each now.
Yes.
Have you picked a name?
No, not really.
Well, that was just remarkable. I wish you could have been at my end, but it's impossible for you to have been in two places at once.
Hey, Trace.
Yes, Stevie.
A good boy with a healthy set of lungs.
Look, he started howling the minute he came out, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this.
He looks fantastic. Look at him.
Look at that. Where's Father Gordon?
Well, I think I did see... Oh, Gordon's right there. He's just cut the cord.
Yeah.
And in fact, he wasn't squeamish. He did stick his head up above the screen at the moment that their little boy came into the world. Gordon, how are you?
I'm ecstatic. Tracy, I can't tell you how good this feels.
I don't expect you to put it into words. I'm having a hard time putting it into words myself.
Look at that.
So Ashley's at home watching this.
Yeah.
Ashley's got a... Do you want to say something to Ashley?
Ashley, you've got a little brother. A beautiful little brother.
At 7:38 on the 4th of December, Trace.
That's right. And this could well be 20 millionth Australian. This little boy is one of 1,400, I think, babies who will be born around Australia today.
1,400 around the country.
And they are eligible for a special birth certificate to mark their arrival into this country on this day too.
So, are you okay there? How did you come through all of this?
I'm only just okay, I have to... That's really very exciting to see.
Oh,
very hard to stay composed.
Yeah, I can well imagine. So Trace, what happens now? Where does the new baby boy, I can see him being wrapped in a blanket now. What happens now?
I won't go back to Rick because Rick's very busy with Leanne. Maybe our nurse here can tell us. What happens now?
We've just put a little label on the baby, and I'm just giving him a little bit of oxygen just so that he gets nice and pink.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take him over to Leanne to have a cuddle.
Oh, okay. She'll be excited about that.
Yeah, so that's about right. I'll just pop another wrap on him.
Is he the right colour?
Yes, he looks good.
10 fingers, 10 toes, everything's in place?
Everything's in place.
All right. Now, I think we need to go to a commercial break, but let's see little baby meet his mum for the first time before we do that. I'll just block the activity down the end here while we go across. There you
go. Look at that.
Hello.
Mother meets son for the first time, Trace.
It's a good moment. Dad's running around the other side. I think we've stood in Dad's way, which has been a really bad moment. All right, on this very happy note, I think we'll take a break. We'll be back with you shortly.
just magic. That is just magic.
It certainly is. Welcome back. Well, we're at North Shore Private Hospital in Sydney, where little baby Cooper arrived in the world live to air just a few minutes ago. He is with his mum Leanne and his dad Gordon now, and he hasn't really shut up since he's arrived, has he? Do we have any ideas for names for him?
Yeah, Tracy, we were thinking about Thomas Matthew or probably Thomas James. But,
they sound like very nice names. Tom's a good name.
Tommy Cooper.
Well, he wasn't a little boy, so you don't have to call him Sharyn on account of it's Sharon's birthday.
I think Steve would go.
Actually, Steve likes Steve, yeah.
Now,
No,
Trace,
he's
can
Tom,
I
Stevie.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you suddenly developed the sniffles? Are you a little teary there, a little more emotional?
Little, Steve, very teary.
I think it was a line ball as to who was howling the loudest out of little baby Thomas and me for a little while. I've recovered my composure now. I'm actually very glad to be wearing this mask. I'd like it to cover my eyes.
I'm wondering whether you need some oxygen or a stiff scotch.
Oh, look, a stiff scotch would be fine. I'm sure Leanne would like one. I'm certain Gordon would like one. Does scotch go down quite well right now, gang?
We might
can't have one, Leanne.
We might have to rustle up a bottle of champagne for the proud parents. I mean, this is extraordinary. It's 46 past the hour now, and the little baby appeared on this earth at 7:30, 8 minutes ago.
Goodness me, and doesn't he look fantastic? He's going to be with his mum for a little while, and then the nurse is going to take him upstairs where I think he needs to be wrapped up. Rick, what happens to baby now?
Yeah, the babies get very cold very quickly because they're wet and they need to be warmed up. So he'll go up to the nursery with Dad, get warmed up, tagged appropriately, checked out, and then we'll try and get him back to for Mum and Dad to have a good cuddle in recovery.
How long before he has his first feed?
Well, as soon as Leanne feels up to it, basically. I mean, she's obviously got an operation to get over.
Sure.
But as soon as she wants to, she can see if he's interested.
Okay. And Leanne, I mean, I've tried to not direct too many questions to you because I figure you've got enough to think about it. Can you give me an idea of how you're feeling right now?
Very happy, very excited. Very happy it's a little boy. Yeah.
And a bit numb from the waist down, I guess, mercifully.
Yes, I can't feel any of that.
I'm glad you can't see what we're doing, I tell you.
Oh, it's not as bad as you think.
I think Leanne will probably welcome a good nap.
I'm sure she will. It'll be her last good nap for quite some time, I
yes, with
suspect.
those lungs, Trace, I reckon. They better start working out the nighttime roster. Who's going to respond to the first cries?
I think Gordon's taking a couple of days off work. Is that right, Gordon? Yeah.
Just two for starters.
Just two. Okay, we're going to take a break now, Stevie. We'll be back shortly.
Okay.
There's your face. Look at this. You've got a little boy. Here he is.
Trace.
Say hello to the world.
Oh, look at this, Stevie.
It's a boy, all right?
Trace, that is just
Sorry,
magic.
mate.
That is just magic. Are you, a little teary there, a little more emotional?
Steve, very teary.
I think it was a line ball as to who was howling the loudest out of little baby Thomas and me for a little while. Welcome back, a magical moment on the program. We're in the recovery room, and believe me, we haven't coordinated this, but Leanne is coming in now after the birth of her little boy a little while ago. She'll spend some time in here and be observed. We have to remember that this baby was born by Caesarean section, and that is major surgery. It is not taken lightly, despite the fact that 1 in 4 children are born that way these days. Leanne looks pretty well, reasonably well. Yeah, she's feeling good. Little Mini Cooper, as they've dubbed him. They're not entirely sure about his name, Stevie, at this stage. They're thinking Thomas, but he's upstairs being warmed up.
And how's Trace feeling now, 22 minutes after all this happened?
Trace has recovered a little bit. I've been a little bit surprised by by my reaction, but
Well,
it was incredible.
Yeah, I have to tell you, and you know as well as I mean, yesterday we were watching emails come in on our laptop in the studio, and we did get some flack from people who said they didn't think we should be doing what we've done on the program this morning. But gee, we're getting some great ones around now. I mean, Rebecca has emailed us, Trace, saying she hadn't planned to watch, but thank you for bringing us the birth of little baby Cooper this morning. I burst into tears funny about that, as soon as I saw the baby appear, and there's a lot coming in like that now, which is very gratifying.
I would hope that our viewers would trust us, that we would not bring them something that would be upsetting or off-putting. I don't think it was either. It's been magnificent, and I'd like to thank Leanne and Gordon for trusting us to be there.
Very much. Incidentally, who was your cameraman this morning? Because he was very cool, calm and collected, not a shake in the pictures.
It's Spotty. I think he's okay. How'd you go? Yeah, Spotty's all right.
I'm reassured.
We're all just okay. I think there were a few tears shed in the room, but we've all seemed to have, recovered like the professionals that we are.
Let me tell you, it wasn't just in the room. There were a few tears shed in the studio from these big, brave cameramen I've got working with me here this morning. Standing by is Tracy with two proud parents who've just had a baby live on our show. Boy, you wonder what's ahead of that young baby boy. Trace, it's back to you.
I think he's going to be absolutely fine. Thanks, Stevie. Well, I'm here with Leanne and Gordon and Dr. Rick Gordon, who brought little Mini Cooper into the world a short while ago. Are we calling him Mini or are we calling him Tom?
He's Tom.
He's definitely going to be Tom. Yeah. He's looking a little more relaxed than the last time we saw him.
Yes.
He's obviously been rubbed up.
Nice and warm.
Leanne, I think you have been the most relaxed person out of all of us here today. How do you keep so calm? You seem just like you have incredible equilibrium.
I don't know. Second time maybe.
Yeah, that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Gordon, we now know how much he weighs, don't we? And I guess
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.38 kilograms, which is about 7.7 in the old scale.
Yeah. And is that about what's that? Is that about medium or average?
No, it's good. It's bang on the average.
That's about average?
Good sized baby.
So is that a textbook birth, Dr. Rick?
If I had to write that, I couldn't have written it any better. From a surgical point of view, and of course you're always nervous about how things are going to go, especially with TV around. Went like a dream. She's an absolute star. Operation very straightforward from an obstetric point of view. It's very important, I point out, that caesarean sections carry risks. We don't enter into them lightly. You need to discuss pros and cons with the patient, and it was a medical indication for this situation.
You were very aware of the risks of both methods of birth, weren't you, before you decided to do a caesarean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've been obviously happy with the outcome. How can you not be happy with
very
this?
Very happy.
How are you feeling right now? Is it still?
I can't really feel much at all.
How long before the anaesthesia wears off, Rick?
It'll probably take an hour or two before she starts getting, just like you go into the dentist and you start getting that sort of tingly feeling back, and that'll eventually pass, and by lunchtime today should be good as gold.
Okay. Now, little baby Tom, I have to start calling him Tom because we've now decided he's Tom. He's eligible for a special birth certificate because he's arrived on the day that Australia's 20 millionth citizen arrives, however that might be. Right. Are you going to get that special birth certificate?
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, definitely be a great keepsake.
It's a milestone.
For Tom, yes.
Definitely.
Have you had a chance to talk to your daughter Ashley yet?
No, we haven't.
I guess she'll come in
Where's
and visit.
the phone?
We'll lend you a mobile. We'll lend you a mobile. You can call Ashley as soon as you like.
Lovely.
Thank you once again for letting us be part of this day.
Thanks, Tracy. Thank you, Rick.
Pleasure. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Stevie, back to you.
Thanks, Trace. 1,400 babies born around Australia today, and baby Tom Cooper, welcome to the world. He's